Hello and welcome to Parinama Academy. I am Vignesh Parameswaran and we are on to second lecture, which is show message. So let's get started. In the previous lecture we did show message, right? So this lecture is show letter. So let's start showing some instead of scrolling text on in your screen in your LED matrix. So we are going to have a letter. So what are you going to do? So you're going to create file and then new file. Once you're on in the new file, you're going to type same few lines, right? So from since hat import since hat. You remember we did this in the previous lecture. Second will be since equals since hat. You are right. So that's what we did. And then what is the third line? You should be knowing by this time. So it is since dot clear because we want to clear the screen. The final line will be since dot show letter. And what letter do we want to show? I want to show V for Vignesh. So let's save the file. So file, save, and we are going to call name this 1-show letter, right? So 1-show letter, right? So are you ready? Let's see. Let's take a look at the sense hat. Let's start running the module. Run. Just a minute. I want to make sure you guys can see the sense hat. Wait here. Okay. Run module. So do you see that letter V? So this is not a scrolling text. This is a letter which is just shown onto your screen. All right. Is this cool? Yes, it is. But what if I don't want to show the letter V? I want to show a countdown. Like I want to count down. Maybe let's start counting up first, right? Let's start counting up. So how do we count up? So we're going to say for is a for loop. For is a loop. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're going to increment by loop. So we're going to say for I in it's a range of numbers. We are going to say range of maybe 0 to 5, 0, 5. So we're going to say, give some space. So we're going to say for I in I is like a variable, right? So we're going to say instead of I, we can simply say I. For I in range of 0 to 5, we are going to since dot show letter. And what is the letter? We're going to show the value of I. We can go ahead and remove these lines. So we said for I in range 0 to 5, I want this since to show letter as I. But if we run this code, it'll show an error because this I is a number. We want to make it a string. So how do we do that? So we convert string. So we say str. So I want it to convert the number to string. So this is the line of code. For I in range 0 to 5, we want to show the letter, the value of I. But if I run this code, let's see what happens if I run this code. So there is a problem with this code. So we're going to click run module. Don't forget to save this. Actually you can save this Control S, or you can click file and then save. You just save the module. Let me show right there. All right, amazing. So click run module. Did you see what happened? It didn't increment. It just showed the first number and it is done. Because what is missing here is we want to add some seconds to it. We want to add some time to it. All right. So how do we add time? So in Python there is a library called time. So we're going to say from time import sleep. In the first line, the very first line should be from time import sleep. and then for I in 0 to 5 we want to show letter, this letter, which is we want to show the number but we converted it to a letter. And the next line should be sleep, and we want it to sleep for 1 second, right? So we want to sleep, so from time import sleep. You can pause the video and go back and watch if you have some questions. I think you're going to save, so you're going to do file, save, and now let's start running the program. 1 second, let me see if I have yep, run module 0 1 2 3 4. Since it is 0 to 4, because the range is 0 to 5, the final value is not printing. It prints still there is 5 numbers in between, right? But this is count up. And what if I want to count down? I don't want to count up, I want to count down. So let's go back, and then we want to reverse. So reversed, and then the sequence is 0 to 10. Let's do 0 to 10, and then show letter of I. 1 second, I want to make sure. Yeah, for I in reversed of range 0 to 10, show message of I. So let's take a look at the output. Just making sure you can see the screen, and click run. Make sure you save the file. So save the file, run module 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, blast off. That is how you show a letter. And in this lecture we also learned how to do a loop. Like we learned for loop. For loop is one of the loops that we can do. So we loop into a range of numbers. We also learned how to reverse the range. We also learned how to sleep for 1 second, so that we have an increment of 1. So we learned so many things in this lecture, and I hope you practice a couple of more times to get this into your performance mode. All right, so I'll see you in the next lecture. Until then, it's bye from Vignesh, and this is Parinama Academy.